In today's show, Satoshi Nakamoto's next level strategy will propel the Bitcoin price beyond $200,000, according to market analyst Preston Pysh, who just recently shared on the What Bitcoin Did podcast. He says Nakamoto's coding and economic genius is centered on Bitcoin's limited supply of 21 million coins and the fact that each Bitcoin can be divided into 100 million smaller units known as satoshis. He goes on to share, even from branding and marketing standpoint, the fact that Satoshi only made 21 million coins but had 10 to the negative eighth units to the right of the decimal, you can argue it's a 500 billion to 1 trillion marketing strategy with the amount of buzz that it creates when the price goes over $200,000 and it goes over 6 digits, 100,000. Can you imagine if you were going to put a price tag on the marketing that this is going to create? We'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. Also, in today's episode, Bitcoin's fair market value is $18,000, says crypto analyst Plan B of the stock to flow model. Here's why. Here's what he had to share. In case you're wondering, yes, the S&P 500 and BTC are co-integrated. After mapping out the correlation between the two assets, the quantitative analyst busts out an equation that he says highlights why he says Bitcoin is significantly undervalued with a current fair market value of $18,000. Taking a look at his tweets, short story on Bitcoin, stock market correlation, S&P 500 did 2.6x, Bitcoin 1900x. Bitcoin looks like a high beta stock, trillions and trillions of central bank quantitative easing money that boosts stock markets around the world seems to be dripping down to Bitcoin, rocket ship to the moon. And he also goes on to share Bitcoin $18,000 rocket ship to the moon. We'll be discussing this here and breaking it down for you in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As we can see, a sea of red in the crypto sphere. Where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. So be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts. And before we kick off today's show, if interested in learning from the Wall Street legend who picked Apple back in 2003 and Bitcoin in 2016 as he shares his number one pick for the 2020s, they're calling it the investment of the decade. Right now, there is a mad rush with corporate America. It involves Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Facebook. They're all betting on a new technology that the World Economic Forum projects will soar 295,000% over 7 years, but it's not AI, the Internet of Things, or 5G. To discover what it is, smash the link below this video in the description to check out this exclusive presentation by the one and only Tika Tiwari. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV, and let's kick it off by taking a long, deep hit from this hopium bong. You ready? Don't forget to hold it. All right, now let's go. Satoshi Nakamoto's next level strategy will propel Bitcoin price beyond $200,000, according to market analyst Preston Pysh. Market analyst and podcaster Preston Pysh says the anonymous Bitcoin creator Satoshi Nakamoto built a nearly priceless marketing feature straight into the top crypto. In a new interview on the What Bitcoin Did podcast, Pysh says Nakamoto's coding and economic genius is centered on Bitcoin's limited supply of 21 million coins and the fact that each Bitcoin can be divided into 100 million smaller units known as satoshis. So in comparison to the US dollar, which can be divided by 100 pennies, one single Bitcoin can be divided by 100 million satoshis. Genius, is it? Well, here's what Preston had to share. I think that you're definitely dealing with some sort of savant, but on a level that it's not just in one field of study, it's pretty much like all fields of study, which makes you kind of think, well, then there had to have been more than one person, because no one person could have possibly had this much foresight and this much expertise in many areas. And he goes on to share, even from a branding and marketing standpoint, the fact that Satoshi only made it 21 million coins, but had 10 to to the negative eighth units to the right of the decimal. You can argue it's a $500 billion to $1 trillion marketing strategy with the amount of buzz that it creates when the price goes over $200,000 and it goes over 6 digits, 100,000. Can you imagine if you were going to put a price tag on the marketing that's going to create? Pretty good question, right? Pysh thinks the country struggling the hardest will be the first to see the value of Bitcoin. Conversely, he says the US will likely be the last country to fully embrace BTC due to the omnipresence of the dollar. Overall, here's what he shared. If Bitcoin didn't exist, I would probably be one of the biggest gold bugs in the world right now, and I would own gold miners. I'd own all that stuff. But Bitcoin does exist, and where I think gold is going to run into a problem is it's slow to transact. Throughout history, when you go through a currency crisis, it's all about how fast can you get into whatever the new currency is. So despite his optimism, Pysh says Bitcoin does face a number of significant regulatory risks, including the possibility that various governments may try to ban and confiscate the top crypto asset. All I have to say to that is good luck. I know if they could, they would do it, and they've already tried, and anytime they've tried to do so, what happens to the Bitcoin price, we already know. So it's good to see Preston Pysh extremely bullish on Bitcoin, as he should be. Are you also as bullish? Do you feel that the Bitcoin valuation can rise to $200,000 and that it's going to happen? It's inevitable and only a matter of time. Let me know. Holla at your boy in the comments right down below. All right, now for our next story of the day. Bitcoin fair market value is $18,000, says crypto analyst Plan B of the stock to flow model, and here's why. And before we break this down, let's first take a look at the overall crypto market. Bitcoin's still hovering above that $9,400 support. Most all the major altcoins are in the red. A couple days ago, Bitcoin touched down at 8,900 before creeping back to where it's currently at. The big resistance we need to break at this point is 10,000 and 10,500, which we've been stuck at for some time. I feel once we break this, we can move on up to 11,000, 12,000, and beyond. Now, Ethereum also down about 0.5% for the day, trading at $233. We have XRP down 2.4%, trading just above 19 cents. Chainlink, one of the top altcoins, actually in the green, up 1.9%, trading at $4.15. My personal opinion is Ethereum and Chainlink are amongst the most undervalued cryptocurrencies in the altcoin market right now. And now taking a look at some of the top exchanges, all in the green. I love it. Binance up 19.5% with $4 billion in volume. Hobby Global up 12% with $3.3 billion in volume. OKEX up 12% with $2.2 billion in volume. And BitMEX up 23% with $1.5 billion in value. All right, now for our next story of the day. Crypto analyst known as the first to apply the stock to flow ratio to Bitcoin says that Bitcoin is significantly undervalued, and I concur. Let me know your thoughts. Based on its strong correlation with the market cap of the S&P 500, according to the widely followed quantitative analyst, the Federal Reserve's push to print trillions of dollars in the form of quantitative easing will send both of America's bellwether index and the King coin to greater heights. Here's the short story he shared on Bitcoin. Taking a look at his tweet. Short story on Bitcoin. Stock market correlation. S&P 500 did 2.6x. Bitcoin 1900x. Bitcoin looks like a high beta stock. Trillions and trillions of central bank quantitative easing money that boosts stock markets around the world seems to be dripping down to Bitcoin. Rocket ship to the moon. The pseudo-anonymous strategist says his analysis shows that Bitcoin and the S&P 500 tend to move in tandem. And after mapping out the correlation between the two assets, the quantitative analyst busts out an equation that he says highlights why he says Bitcoin is significantly undervalued with a current fair market value of $18,000. Checking out this tweet. Bitcoin, $18,000, rocket ship to the moon. Based on this equation, the crypto strategist says he believes the S&P 500 will trade around 4,300 when Bitcoin hits its stock to flow target of $288,000. Meanwhile, market analyst and podcaster Preston Pysh agrees with Plan B and believes that the parity is not likely to end soon as central banks continue to flood the system with money. Dude, how could it end soon? We're about to get even more Shroot bucks added into the system, says Preston Pysh. So what are your thoughts? Do you feel that the fair market value of Bitcoin is also $18,000 in agreement with Plan B of the stock to flow model? Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. I will point out it costs the average miner right now approximately $14,000 to mine a single Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin price tends to catch up after a halving, and we did witness the last Bitcoin halving approximately a month ago. So I'm also extremely bullish on the Bitcoin price, hence why I've been taking hits from the Hopium Bong. If you'd like a hit as well, holla at your boy and let me know. Now let's take a look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at 267 billion with 66 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and the current BTC dominance is 65% even. And now taking a look at the top gainers within the top 100, we have Hedera Hashgraph up 11%, trading at 4.6 cents. Ave up 9.9%, trading at 10.6 cents. Seal up 9.7%, trading at 13 cents. Chili's up 8.7%, trading at 1.4 cent. Nexo up 8%, trading at 15 cents. And BitShares up 7.9%, trading at 2.4 cents. Now, if any of these altcoins you're bullish on, let me know. And now taking a look at the biggest losers within the top 100, Flexacoin down 29%, trading at 0.003. Digibyte, I'm very bullish on Digi for 2020, down 11% for the day, trading at 1.8 cents. Zilliqa down 8.9%, trading at 2.2 cents. Hedge Trade down 4.5%, trading at $1.67. Verge down 4%, trading at 0.008. And Kyber Network down 3.4%, trading at $1.16. And as we continue scrolling down, you can see these are the losers in the market at the current moment. The losses aren't too bad in the overall grand scheme of things. And now taking a look at the BitMEX margins, we can see the bears are back in control, leading with about 54 million in superiority in the last 24 hours, with shorts leading 51.9% versus 48.02% longs. Are you currently bullish or bearish on the king of all cryptos? Let me know in the comments below. And now taking a look at one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 40 in fear. Yesterday was a 38 in fear. Last week a 52 neutral, and last month a 50 in neutral. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. And I want to encourage you to check out the description right below this video by clicking show more in the description right down below for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 450 plus videos right here on my channel. Also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Not only is this updated every day, it also allows you to download the latest episode of the show in MP3 format so you can listen to it on your way to work, in the car, when you're out and about, working out, or just doing your thing. Also, I appreciate all your support. If you haven't yet already subscribed on YouTube, you can do so using this direct link, cryptonewsalerts.net, or just smash the subscribe button right below this video. Also, I appreciate all your support on all the major podcasting platforms. That goes for Apple's iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher Radio. So whichever podcasting platform you're active on, I truly do appreciate your continued support. You can also follow us on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is Crypto News Yes, and I'm also very active on Facebook. I have an active crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy. To become a part of it, simply click this link, request to join, and I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, I do have a crypto Telegram chat. To become a part of it, simply click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto revolution. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts. And real quick before I go, if interested in learning from the Wall Street legend himself, Teeka Tiwari, who picked Apple back in 2003 and Bitcoin in 2016 as he shares his #1 pick for the 2020s, they're calling it the investment of the decade. Right now there is a mad rush in corporate America. It involves Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Facebook. They're all betting on a new technology that the World Economic Forum projects will soar 295,000% in 7 years, but it's not AI, the Internet of Things, or 5G. To discover what it is, smash the link below this video in the description, and it will take you here to watch this exclusive presentation by the one and only Teeka Tiwari. Enjoy it, and I look forward to catching you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.